YouTube friends. Today we're going to really quick go over a new Scrappy block I want to share with you today. It is the Scrappy 9 patch, and the 9 patch is one of my all-time favorite blocks to make. So just like with the 4 patch, you're just going to want to make sure all your blocks and pieces are the same size. So I'm going to real quick cut some of these down to 2-inch squares. I'm just going to rough cut, but the more accurate you are, the better your block is going to be. So keep that in mind. Now the fun part about Scrappy 9 patches is there's kind of no rules. You will need 9 pieces. So you're going to need, I'm going to use this one for a center. I'm going to use 4 of these as my darks. Oh, that's definitely not going to work. Too short. And I'm just using some scraps here that I pulled out. I believe these are 3 inches by 3 inches. That's why I'm not getting as many. But you can use 2 inches, you can use 3 inches, you can use 6 inches. You could even go as crazy as using really big layer cake pieces, so 10 inches by 10 inches to make these blocks. So it really is the perfect way, in my opinion, to use up some extra scraps you got laying around. Just like all Scrappy blocks, there's minimal rules. Do what you like. So now I have 4 of those, 1 of those, and I'm hopefully going to have 4 of these for my lighter color. And sure enough, look at that. Lucky 4. Now I lined them up all down here. I'm going to leave a little extra room. My block's going to come out a little bit bigger. And that's okay because I can always trim it down. If you don't feel comfortable cutting this many layers at once, feel free, take your time. There is no rush, because you really don't want to be doing what I did, going back and forth. That can cause some distortion. We're going to chuck all those extra pieces off to the side for another project, and we're going to put this block together real quick. So here's the fun of the Scrappy 9 patch. You can mix and match. You can have an accent piece. You could make a block, honestly, with nothing that matches. And now we're going to just sew this block up together real quick. Another cool thing you can do with a 9 patch is you can totally do strip piecing, where you sew big strips of these together and then subcut it. If you'd like to know more about how to do strip piecing and quilting, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Alright, and now I'm just going to sew this with a 1/4 inch seam, like usual. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and chain piece these, so it makes this video a little bit quicker. And this is how you can save a little bit of time when making blocks. And I'm just keeping them right in order and going down. This is also a very easy way to put your rows together as well. If you line it all up, then when you go to sew rows together, they're already together for the seam right here. Turn that off so the machine doesn't eat it. Now for this, I'm just going to finger press. When you're doing actual quilt blocks, you might want to press it more. You might want to pay a little bit more attention pressing to dark versus light, depending on your batting. But for this scrap block, we're just going to go at it, Bob Ross style. Just making a happy little scrappy block here. All right, now instead of cutting those threads, I'm going to leave them. I'm going to cut the top ones off there. And all I'm going to do is fold them and let the threads that connect them hold them in place. Now I will flip those to make sure the seams are nesting. Just makes it a little bit neater at the end of the day. Also, if you do it this way, and if your block is small enough, you don't have to worry about pins. If you're like me and don't want to deal with that, this is an easy way to get around it. Now, normally when you have a lot of blocks, if you were doing like a full quilt with this or something, you can very easily just chain piece all of the blocks at a time. The same way we did this. You don't have to keep starting and stopping. Finger press those to the dark side real quick. Now, since I already did these, they should lay perfectly fine because of that seam. We're just going to nest it and knock this last stitch out. And it really is that quick from start to finish. You now have a 9 patch. Like I said, you can make these tiny, you can make them big, you can make them as filler blocks if you need extra blocks for something. And there you have it. Now you have a scrappy 9 patch. I'll catch you next time, YouTube friends. Bye.